welcome to this new episode of Continuum Gaming, and today we're going to have a look at 3 different games again, which will be Christmas Bright, Hedgehogs Adventures 2 and City Skateboard. All of those are for Windows 10 Mobile, of course, so we are going to use our old friend, the Lumia 950 XL here, which is a Windows 10 Mobile smartphone, which is equipped with an USB-C connector at the bottom here, and so we are able to use Continuum on it. Continuum is a technology that helps us to bring more or less a desktop-like experience from a smartphone to a bigger screen in any kind of way. And all you have to know about that is that you are going to need something like, if you are going to go with a cable connection here, and USB-C hub. In this case, we are going to use a display dock, which is standing at the side here. And in the end, you could use something else. There are some episodes, or one episode I did about all of that. Please have a look at the corner up there if you want to know more about that. In the end, we are going to use something like the Bluetooth mouse here, this one for instance, and we are going to use a keyboard, which is a foldable keyboard in this case, and those are Bluetooth connected to the smartphone and can use the desktop-like experience, which is produced by the smartphone only, to the big screen here by connecting it the display dock to it by HDMI in this case, but doesn't matter. If you want to know more about that, plus just have a look at the corner up there. Other than that, let's start with the first game, or the first one here, the first entry in our list, which is going to be Christmas Bright. Christmas Bright is just a small little, closing game or whatever you want to know, call it. Let's have a look. I'm going to go to my all apps list here. And we are going to put in Christmas, probably that's already enough. Christmas Bright, there we are. Of course, it's something for girls in general, so if you want to play this, you might just want to try it out. It's really just a small little game where you're going to put different clothes and stuff like that on a girl character in the end, and you're going to dress it up, more or less, or the character here. So her in this case, I'm going to go here. As you can see, if you dressed it up, or dressed her up, then you can, for instance, shoot some screen capture of it, and for instance put it on social media or whatever you want to do with that. And in the end, for that, we are going to just click on the play button on the left here, and as you can see, this is our girl character. We can now start to put things on. For instance, some kind of a hair dress or a hair part here. So let's use this one, doesn't really matter. You really can combine anything you want together. Which one is the nicest? I'm not sure. All are pretty nice. So let's use... Oh, why not? Let's make it a violet or something. So next one. Next one is shoes, so you can just choose something you want from the list here that is available. You can't scroll or something, so these are the options you have in the end. And now let's put something nice on her, I don't know, maybe that one. Doesn't really match the color of her hair, but doesn't really matter. So next one would be, of course, this one, so some kind of a dress. Put something on her. She should be a bride, so maybe something like this would be viable. I'm not really sure about that, but whatever. And so you can just go through all the different parts here. So there are necklaces, and there are some kind of bracelets, and so on and so forth. Rings for the ears and stuff like that. So just try it out, whatever you want to put on here, and in the end it's something for a small girl or whoever likes something like this. So just try it out, and I think it's a nice little addition if you don't have any kind of games in this case. Good thing about it is it's more or less seasoned, so in the end you can really see that the season of the winter here is really represented in it. So if you like something like that, just try it out, give it to your daughter or whatever, and she might like it very much. Okay, so let's go out here and go to the next one. The next one is Hedgehogs Adventures 2. It's something that you might want to give to your child too. So if, for instance, your child should just be playing something, this might be a good one, because I think it's very childlike and more or less a good thing to play if you have to play something as a child. So in the end, what we are going to talk about here, or what this game is all about, is more or less to solve little puzzles, little riddles in the end, and those are very child appropriated. So you really can let this be played by anybody. As you can see, it's a very nice little drawings you will see here, with a lot of different animals that are running around, and in this case it's called the Hedgehog Adventure 2. This is just a German version of it, but we can switch this off to, for instance, English. And now you see the right one. That is just because my smartphone is of course set to German, so if you want to have another language there, just use it for that and it should work. Okay, so let's have a look at what we can do here. Just click on the play button, and I'm just going to show you one or two of the games here. There's a story mode and a mini game mode. We are going to go to the story mode in this case, and as you can see, we start with the little rabbits that got sick, more or less. So just click on that. And as you can see, I already played a couple of episodes here, but they are really small ones. And fall came to the forest, so it just switched to the next one. It was raining and windy, leaves on the trees because became yellow and started to fall on the ground. And now you're going to have to solve a little riddle, more or less, or whatever you want to call that. In the end, you have to just reorder the images here, so they represent the normal way of how a tree would more or less lose the leaves to the ground and stuff like that in the autumn. And this is more or less what is happening there. If it's played in a right way, you're going to see those sparkles coming out of the image, and if not, then I think you're getting some kind of a sound notice, and then you just have to try it again. And okay. So next one. So just find two leaves which are the same. Very easy in this case. Those two are the same. But in the end, just try it out, and maybe for a younger child or something that might be a little bit more troublesome. And so just try it out. This one is more or less like a Sudoku. So just be aware that in the rows and the lines there shouldn't be two identical leaves, and now choose the one that is really put right at this position. Very simple, it's this one, because all the others are already in one of the directions, or better to say in both in this case even. And there we go. So let's just play one more, just to show you a little bit what's going on here and what is really up to this game. So in the end, the rabbit got away, and as you can see, it's all embedded in a small little story for children, and pretty nice one if you ask me. So let's see what we can do here. This more or less is a counting game, so just count how many raindrops the rabbits have caught and press the corresponding number. So we are counting, it's of course 5 in this case. Press 5 and you got the sprinkles there again, the sparkles more or less. And this is more or less what this game is all about. So just try it out. It's really for children, very well suited for children, and a very simple little riddles for an adult of course, but for a child maybe a little bit harder and a little bit funnier. I would say this is more or less what I can show you about this game. There are a lot of different things in here, but I think you just know how this game is behaving and what's going on there. So the last game we're going to have a look at is City Skateboard. City Skateboard is a little bit more action-like game. So let's put this in. It's 3D and we are going to use our, there it is, our keyboard in this case to really control it. And I'm going to just turn around to see better. In the end, it's a skateboard game where you are going to run a skateboard to parkour more or less. So you really have to overcome different kind of obstacles in your way and jump over them and just avoid them in some kind of way. And it's pretty nice. If you ask me, it's a 3D game. Simple graphics, but still nice enough to play, and it's running pretty well on this hardware, so and a really nice one. As you can see, you can select a couple of different players after a while at least. So just choose the one you really want, but be aware that you have to buy them with in-game money, but still. And so we are just going to start with that guy, and here you can see we got a couple of different levels to play. So just start with the first one and run it through. What you're going to need to play this game is you're going to need your keyboard in the end, with WASD. I think it's space for jumping up, and this is more or less all you will need in this game. Maybe there's something like going down, I'm not exactly, would have to start before that. So let's try it again. I already can turn him around if I start there, but whatever. And now you are just going to try to jump over all the different things here that you are going to approach. And in the end, most of this can be overjumped. Sometimes you might have it easier to go down, but at the moment I'm not even sure how to do that. And as you can see, you're just going to overjump every part of it and go to this little, let's say light-like place where you're going to have it. And then you're going to go to the next level, of course, in this case the second one. And it's going to be harder and harder after a while, of course. And a new parkour is going to be there for you. And you are just going to use the keyboard again to over jump what you have to. There are driving cars, as you can see. So cars might be on the way to you. There might be different other things. Don't run against anything, even if there is some kind of a dead skull or something on one of those. All of them are really, really the same on how deadly they are. So just try to avoid everything and go through the parkour here to this little highlighted area. And this is more or less all what you have to do in this game. I really like it for its simplicity and of course just the 3D look and stuff like that are fine. You can really play it in a quite nice way. It's not extremely hard to do, but be aware that you really have to press the buttons at the right time. So if there is some kind of a little bit of a delay, you really have to try to account for that. And if you can play this game then with this little bit of delay, it's really a nice one. Just try it out. And this is more or less all I have to show you in this episode. It's a shorter one because I am a little bit on a time hurdle here. So in the end, I hope you had fun with it. If so, please give it a thumbs up, of course. Don't forget to subscribe, of course. Be aware that you can, for instance, put comments in the commentary section down below. I'm trying to answer everything, so if you have any kind of questions, want to suggest one of the games or something or whatever, just let me know. And other than that, thank you for watching, thank you for listening, have a great time, have a great day. We see us in the next episode again next week, and till then, thanks for watching and bye.